Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children, you are welcome for online class. Class 9, it is your 6th unit supplementary reader. The name of the lesson is Mother's Voice, written by Vasil Branzoni. And previously we saw the part 1 and this is the continuation of it, part 2. In the part 1 we learned that the mother and son was just sharing in the moon their thought, and the son felt very wonder how the mother's voice was. So even she is aged, her voice was very young because she is a good singer, and that made a wonder, and especially when she was happy she used to sing, and her voice was like a sing song, and this was a wonder and a surprise for him. What for she is talking like that? And the son understood very clearly. The mother visited her son and it was the first visit for the moon. Maybe that would have excited. So that was a feeling of the son. Okay children, we will go for the lesson. So now with the ringing sound tone, what she was saying is this. Back home the orchards are in bloom. There will be a lot of fruits this year. If only the frost don't strike, will you come for a holiday in the summer? You just think over for a mother, any mother, if a son is just living in a long distance or far away, they'll be having eager that the son or daughter have to come to them very soon, and their thought all will be, the speech all will be related to that. So the mother is saying this. Back home, the orchards are in the bloom. So orchards having the bloom. So it is going to give flower, it is blooming, and it is going to give fruits for them. So there will be a lot of fruits this year. So there will be lots of, it is blooming, so there will be a lot of fruits this year. If only the frost don't strike. They are having a frost, if the frost don't strike, there will be lot of fruits. Will you come for a holiday in the summer? This summer you will be just coming for a holiday to earth? See the longing of the mother. So she is asking her son whether you will come for the summer holiday as a vacation to earth. The orchards are a lot of bloomed, and it is going to give lot of fruits to you. And why not you come for the vacation? So she was asking, and he almost told her about the expedition. The words were on the tip of his tongue, but he checked himself. Why make her worry? Worry. That was it. There was worry in her voice. The words were cheerful. The voice was worried. Had she guessed that this was their parting? So now there was a worry in her voice. Previously when she was talking, there was a sing-song tone. The tune was so beautiful, but there was a worriness in the tune. This had been found out by the son, and he wanted to tell that he can't come it is not possible for him to come in the summer vacation because he had a work and he had to go and do a research in the other galaxy. He had an expedition and he wanted to say, it was in the tip of his tongue, but he had not shared it. He was just worried about it. If I tell, what will happen? So that was in his mind. So he was not telling her. It was in the tip of the tongue, but he had not shared to his mother. He was just keeping quiet. And the mother, he was thinking there was just tremble in the voice, some worriness in the voice. Maybe she would have known the expedition or what. So he was thinking in his mind. Okay, children. She guessed that this way they're parting, so he was having a doubt. He was having a doubt whether my mother found out the expedition. You know, whatever the secret you hide, your mother will be knowing it. The way you just talking, the way you're hiding, everything will be no. She will be just understanding the word from your mouth. So that is an experience of a mother. A loving mother knows She'll be guessing what the son is going to do or daughter is doing or whatever it is. There will be a guess surely. So he was having a fright. The son was having whether she guessed the departure which I'm just going to make, this is the last meet with her, whether she found out. So he was thinking that all were running in his mind. It's easy to walk here, he said, but the distance are long. Celephants occupies more than 100 square kilometers. Let's ride for a bit. So now he's saying, it's easy to walk here. He said, but the distance are long, so it is easy to walk here. She want more time to be spent by walking. But the son has a work and he want to hurry, and Sellafields occupies more than 100 square kilometers. If you're going in that, it will go fast and the distance will be covered very soon. Let's ride for a bit. So let's ride for a bit, he is saying. Okay. A moving pavement covered with the green plastic strips rushed them through echoing tunnels and spacious caves with walks sparkling in the light of the quartz lamp. The elevator delivered them the surface. She looked in silence at the enormous lily-shaped tent over a crater that was at least 1 kilometer in diameter. So a big thing was there, and with that diameter, it will be a diameter of kilometer. So its diameter will be 1 kilometer, and with that it was, that is made of a plastic, green plastic strips rushed them through echoing tunnels and spacious caves with walls sparkling in the light of the quartz lamp. So it was like a quartz lamp, and it was green plastic strips rushed and then through echoing tunnels and spacious caves with walks sparkling in the light of the quartz lamp. The elevator delivered them to the surface. The elevator delivered them to the surface. She looked in silence at the enormous lily-shaped. It was in a lily-shaped. You know that it was a diameter in a kilometer, and it was in lily-shaped and strips like it was, and it was the elevator is just leading them to deep. They have to go, and it will be closing. A lily-shaped tent over crater that was at least 1 kilometer in diameter. So they got, the spaceship like that. So like that, a lily-shaped thing which will be just taking them. So it will be just taking them. They no need to walk. So you understood, the mother and son is just entered in it, and then the community of Nation Square, he told her, people of different nationality who work in Selenophiles come here after work, and there are some tourists. They are walking towards the lake. It's quite an exotic experience to have a swim on the moon. So now he is telling. So he was there and he knows what all happening. So he is just explaining his mother. The community of nation squares. So community of nation squares means different nation people were seen there in that spot. And people of different nationalities who work in Senefields come here after work. So after their work, they'll come there to take some rest. And there are some tourists, and apart from them, some tourists from earth would have been there. They are walking towards the lake. They were just walking towards the lake. It's quite an exotic experience to have a swim on the moon. So there was a lake and they are just moving, and it will be a very good experience in swimming. They can enjoy the swimming in the moon, and it will be so nice, the son is telling. I'm sure it is better in the river Dnieper when you come to the earth for your holidays. So the mother's mind is fully in the earth, and she wants her son to be in the earth. And what she is saying, you just think over. I'm sure it's better in the river Dnieper when you come to the earth for your holiday. So Dnieper is a river, and it is there in the earth, and mother was taking, first she was telling that it will be just orchards or with the blooms, and it will be just giving a full fruit, and you will be just coming for the summer holidays or for the vacation, she was asking. And again now she is telling that river Dnieper, when you come to earth for your holiday, you can swim in the river Dnieper. It is an excellent place. And when you come to earth, when they looked at the astrodrome where two spaceships the size of austenic TV tower were pointed into the black void of the universe, she sighed again. What are these? So again she find two things there. What are they? When they look at the astrodrome, so when they look at the astrodrome where two spaceships size of a austenic TV tower were pointed into the black void of the universe, she sighed again. So it was like a TV tower of Austin TV tower is the biggest one, like that the two towers were standing, and it was a spaceships the size of TV tower, and pointed in the black void. It was black void of the universe. She sighed again. She was asking, what is that? And what are these? She was asking. Long range spaceship, mother. They are planning an expedition to the neighboring galaxy. The sun is saying that is a spaceship, long range spaceships. It is long range spaceships. And mother, they are planning for an expedition to a neighboring galaxy. So they plan for a neighboring galaxy. So they are going to go for a neighboring galaxy, and that is a place he was telling. She screwed up her eyes to look at the rockets where assemblymen were busy. They looked quite small from a distance. So she was very keen to observe that, and it was far away and it is long distance. The men are working at that, and the men who is working there were just seen like a tiny people. She said quietly, why should people go off into the unknown? Why ask for trouble? So why they have to go for an unknown place and ask for a trouble? So she's asking. So you just imagine, his son also is going to go. Just think over his mindset. She said quietly, why should people go off into the unknown? Why ask for trouble? These are very reliable spaceships, mother. So they are very believable, very nice spaceship. It will be just working. There won't be any damage in it. It is so costly, and it is made so worthy one. So he is saying, so reliable. So it is a reliable one. It is a trustworthy one. So she is saying. So there are very reliable spaceships, mother. Wouldn't it make more sense to shuttle properly on the moon first and then on the planets in the solar system before going further? So what she is saying, wouldn't it make more sense to settle properly on the moon first? So first they have to settle first in the moon, then on the planets in the solar system before going further. So before going further, better let them settle on the moon first, and then let them decide to go for the other galaxy. So that was a suggestion given by the mother. It was now his turn to sigh. You may be right, but what? How do I know? So now you say, you may be right, mother, you may be right, but what? How do I know? So what but he is saying. So mother is asking, but what? So she is asking, and he is saying, how do I know? So he is saying that how do I know that? He longed to tell her about the flight he was longing for, and about how nervous he had been when confronted by the selection commission, but he checked himself. It was their last meeting before his departure, so why spoil it? So here he want to tell this to the tip of the tongue he was want to tell, but if he tells, mother will be very much worried, and he doesn't want to make in the departure something like that to be worried his mother. So he doesn't want to share. He is not ready to share the thing to his mother because she will be worried, and he doesn't want to do that. Then he is saying, He longed to tell her about the flight he was longing for about now. So he is just waiting for the call. At any second he will be called. He knows that. But even then, he is not telling to his mother because he knows that this will not make a happy feeling for his mother. Nervous he had been when confronted by the selection commission. So he had been selected by the selected commission, and it is no other go, he had to go, you can't neglect it. But he checked himself. It was their last meeting. So he checked himself clearly, and it was the last meeting with his mother before his departure. So why spoil it? Why you want to spoil it? So he doesn't want to spoil it. It was the last minute, and he knows that he can't stop and there is no other go. At the same time, he doesn't want to share the same thing to his mother. So that is the love and emotional feeling of a son. He knows he is doing something that he wants to share, but if he shares, his mother's happiness will go. So he doesn't want to do that. Okay, children, you can see here the tower like and how it is. Mother were all the same, all the mothers are same of nature. They will be worried very much about their son and daughters. He knows. His mother also of that type. She will not take sportive anything. Every mother is like that. They will be love and like, and they want good things to be happen for the son or daughter and not the bad things. So every mother of same nature. So she was sure to get upset. If I say, she'll be sure of getting upset. So he felt good listening to her. It didn't matter what she was talking about. He just wanted to hear the voice that was so dear to him. So whatever she is talking, he doesn't mean what she is talking. For the last time, he want to hear the mother's voice, and he was just listening to it. He want to listen to his mother's voice, that's all. So that he will be feeling that his mother is with him and the mother is very near. And before just departing from that place, when he want to leave the place and go to the next galaxy, he will be feeling that happy that his mother was very near and he was talking, and that words all he is listening. Only for listening, he had just talking with her. And what she was talking about, he just wanted to hear the voice that was so dear to him. The voice was so dear to him and he wanted to listen to it. Do you know why people settle down on the moon so easily? She was philosophizing. So she started philosophizing. Do you know why people settle down on the moon so easily? She was philosophizing. It's because they are in gravitational field of their native earth. Under their native sun is a space allotted to use by nature. But if you leave your sun, anything might happen. So why people used to live in the moon, she is telling. Because it is having the gravitational force of sun. So moon is the Earth is the planet and satellite of the earth is moon, and sun, earth and moonlight are all of same. So here it is having the same, and so he is saying that mother is saying that if you just live in the sun till the sun and the gravitational force, you will not be affected. But if you go far away from that, something will happen. So that was the prediction of the mother, and when she predicted saying this had been heard by the son. He knows the harmful of the thing of when he was traveling, and he was just listening because he want to listen the dear one's voice, his mother's voice. So last minute he want to listen. So he is listening. Okay, children, we'll keep a stop here and we'll continue in the part 3. Okay, children, to receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children. We'll meet you in the next class.